Hello everyone, welcome to our series of Fireside Chats with our ORAC members. These members have been with us for many years, so we're very excited to hear their stories and hear how they are empowering other women in the industry today. I'm here with Kelly Burns from TriAir Systems. TriAir Systems has been an ORAC provincial member for 37 years, so we're super excited to have Kelly here to share her insight with us. TriAir Systems is also a gold sponsor of the event, which is amazing. Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you.
So I'd like to start off by asking Kelly, how long have you been working at TriAir Systems?
Well, since you just told everyone we've been a member for 37 years, I would say since I was 4 years old.
Oh my gosh.
But no, it's my dad who started the business, so
Okay.
I've actually always worked for them, no matter what. Like growing up as a kid, I was in the office doing filing, answering phones, photocopying my hand on the photocopier when I was a kid. But actually full-time, I went to college, post-secondary, and there was an opportunity to start full-time at that time. So I joined when I finished. And I've been there, I guess, since like 1997. 97, I've been full-time there. So
Awesome.
That's a long time. That's a very long time. Wow, I feel old.
Amazing. When did you know that HVAC was the right career for you?
Well, okay, so when I was a kid, and I don't know if your mom ever did this with you, but after every last day of school, we would fill in like this piece of paper, and it was like, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Yes.
Who are your best friends in grade 2? And when I go through the book, I would say every other year, my number one choice was, I want to work for my dad.
Aww.
And then my other choices were sometimes like, I want to be a firefighter or an astronaut. But my second choice was always, I wanted to work for my dad.
Oh, that's amazing.
So it kind of would go back and forth. So I would say, yeah, I guess as long as I've, been at the office, or I grew up to where all they do is they talk about heating and air conditioning and the weather. We're always like the weather. What's the weather today? The weather tomorrow. The weather tomorrow. There is no such thing as the humidity, and it's always been ongoing forever. I have a lot of family in HVAC. So my dad has 2 brothers and a sister. His sister works with us and has, like, from years ago they worked together. Then they didn't. Both of his brothers also have their own HVAC companies.
Oh my gosh.
My cousins, so like their kids, my first cousins, we all work for family businesses in HVAC. So every like Christmas get together, birthday party, we used to have cottages together.
Yeah.
It's been HVAC, the topic of discussion for as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
So it kind of is what it is, and I've loved it, and it's nice to see so many people so passionate about it. So it just kind of stuck with me, and and I'm still doing it.
Oh, that's amazing. It's nice to be in a family business and
Yeah.
hang out with them.
Oh my gosh, yes. And we're not competitors or anything like that. It's just nice. It works well, and it's nice to also bounce ideas off of each other. So
For sure.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Amazing. What does a typical day look like for you at TriAir?
Oh my gosh. It starts usually really early in the morning. I'm married to my husband, Chris.
Yes.
Who is our service manager. So either one of our phones usually start really early in the morning ringing by either a client, a technician, someone at the office. Usually starts around between 6 and 7. And it just continues. I have younger kids still, so I usually try and get them off to school, or my husband does the school. If I have to go into work early, one of us kind of does kid duty in the morning, and then head to the office and work. Emails, phones, client meetings. Well, we used to do a lot more face-to-face stuff before COVID. Now it's a lot more Zoom, which is nice because I don't have to put on pants.
Yeah.
That's a bonus.
Pajamas are the new workwear.
You got it.
Amazing. Since COVID has happened, has TriAir done anything to adapt to customers' needs?
Yeah. So I'll say one of our first things that we were doing was just trying to get as much knowledge as possible, what's happening, what's going on, what are the new protocols, what are some services that we can even offer clients, right? The UVGI, the UV lighting, air scrubbers, HEPA filters, changing your filters more often, all of these things, but it happens so fast, no one knows what to do, and everyone was kind of struggling. So we had a really good group of us that were just constantly trying to learn what are the options, reaching out to suppliers, reaching out to manufacturers, what are they recommending, going with the government, doing all the protocols. Not only that, but like you have to have PPE for like all of your guys to even be able to help your clients.
Yeah.
So from the smallest things, it's been, you know, a bit of a whirlwind, but it's really just doing the best you can with the knowledge that's out there and trying to adapt and continuously learn. Like even now we're entering what they've called phase now, I guess the second phase, wave, whatever. What are we going to do, right? Honestly, like there's no indication on how long it's going to last for, what's going to happen. Our business is going to be forced to close. And even when businesses were closed, it was like, okay, so you're closed or you have this office building, but like someone should still be going in and making sure, like, is your heating on or is your air conditioning on? Like that's a service you don't normally would provide, but you're going to jump in and do anything you can to help them out.
Exactly, yeah.
We're all in it together. I think like whether you're heating and air conditioning, whether you're a famous movie star, we're all struggling and you just got to help each other out the best you can. So I'm happy to do whatever we can to help anybody.
Yeah, for sure. Very well said. I think it's definitely a community effort moving forward with this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. If you could give one piece of advice to your younger self, what would it be?
Okay, so I would have to say I dropped out and failed accounting.
Oh no.
In high school, grade 10. Then I tried again in grade 11, still couldn't stand it. And post-secondary, I've been working on like the accounting diploma, or I've been doing a lot of courses. I did them through CGA and Seneca and stuff. I would say to my younger self, just stick with the accounting.
Yes.
Don't go out and party with your friends and go to the mall. Just stick with it. Because had I learned it then, I wouldn't still be doing courses on it now.
Yes.
So for me, that would be the biggest piece of advice to myself. Yeah.
For sure. Just stick with it.
Yeah, stick with it. You got it.
What's your favorite part of being an ORAC member?
Oh, this is easy. Honestly, it's hanging out and meeting people like you.
Oh, thank you.
Other contractors. I've been going to ORAC functions since I was, I think, about 15 years old.
Wow.
I've been going to every AGM. I think I've missed like maybe 2, and that was only because I was breastfeeding. So, and you don't normally bring the newborns. So up until that point, I haven't missed an AGM. I go to mostly all the functions that are available. I love the learning, like the right now what you guys are doing with the online 2.0
webinar series.
Love, like I try and do every single webinar. I think it's like anytime that you can get together in your industry and have that, it's priceless. Not only can you like meet other people that are doing the same thing as you, but you can like get ideas or share ideas. It's also like, hey, like, what software are you using? Are you running into the same problems that I am? It's like for networking and to be able to do it as an industry, it's incredible. I've loved it for as long as I can remember. Well, that and they usually have an open bar, which
we all love that.
Yeah, kind of, especially when I was a lot younger, like that was a pretty big bonus on getting me to go.
Absolutely.
But no, and they do a fantastic job every event. And I will say, since you've been here, like the events are just phenomenal. So,
and shout out to Jessica as well.
And absolutely, yes. She's been doing a phenomenal job. Both you guys like are awesome. Like this event itself, like thank you so much for putting it on. It's so critical to have women get together and to be able to do this, let alone just ORAC contractors, but like women themselves. Doesn't matter what you're doing. It's so nice to be like a strong, person and have another person like you.
Yeah.
I try and like usually surround myself with similar people, they say.
Yes.
So I have a lot of like, my best friend owns 2 businesses. And,
yes. Yeah.
I hang around with another lovely, lovely friend of mine, and she runs her own business. And to see women out there doing these things, they always say, build each other up. Don't break you down, build each other up. Because it's like, it's tough enough. So let's just band together and do what we can.
Yeah, yeah. Amazing. Well, we're super excited about this event as well. And thank you so much, Kelly, for joining us for this Fireside Chat.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
No problem. I do have a couple more questions for you. What are one of the biggest challenges you faced as a woman in a male-dominated industry?
Okay, so I will say going to ORAC functions since I was about 15 years old, I was the only female. I've been the only female many times. I will say I'm very happy over the past few years to see a lot more females out there.
It's amazing.
So that itself is amazing. It's hard to take, it's hard to be in a situation where you want to give your opinion or you want to talk or you want to be heard, but they don't want to hear you.
Yeah.
And I don't want to throw this out there, but it's like if your car breaks and you show up at the mechanic shop, they don't really talk to you the same way as they would talk to, say, your dad, your brother, your boyfriend, your husband. They just don't. And it's been like that for so long. I will say time, it is so much better now than what it was 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And I find a lot more respect from, you know, technicians, suppliers, everywhere out there. It's come a long way.
Yeah.
So it's been a long road, but
yes,
you know, I've you know, had a few arguments with some people for not taking me seriously. And sometimes it's just easier. I'll just pick up the phone and say, okay, fine, talk to Chris or talk to Rick or talk to a guy. I'll say, this is what I'm looking for. Can you just get it from this man, please? Because he won't deal with me.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know, people run into that, I'm sure, everywhere. I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
Sure, you've had it yourself.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
It's tough, but you know,
it's an adjustment, and it's getting better, which is amazing.
Yeah,
so
and that's why women work together. Women empower other women. It's perfect. It's perfect.
Yes. Amazing. Well, thank you so much for your time, Kelly. We've had a great time chatting, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the event.
Thank you, and thank you so much for having me, and thank you to ORAC and Mike and Jessica, and Amy's amazing, and thank you to everybody, and it's been great.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.